and how you came to be involved with the Notre Dame Club of Indianapolis.
Absolutely. So I grew up in Mishawaka, so my first experience with Notre Dame is through the football team. My grandpa was an usher at the stadium for over 45 years, so that was my first introduction. When I was a senior in high school, I started looking at them more seriously as a college. I fell in love with the place when I came and visited. I lived in O'Neill Hall, class of 2004, and loved my time there. As far as the ND Club in Indianapolis, it actually started with my wife, who took a part-time job with the club as their membership manager. And I saw how she was involved and wanted to get involved myself, so volunteered to join the board back in 2017, and kind of worked through and volunteered and helped with the club and the club president today.
And you just said, you talk about all the opportunities that happen when you think of the alumni clubs for Notre Dame. It's a great chance to connect and socialize, but the Notre Dame Club of Indianapolis also does a lot of service work in the community. Tell us a little bit about that, maybe some of the highlight activities that your club has undertaken.
Absolutely. We're very proud of our annual service project. It's called Shamrock Sacks. In 2018, we asked our local members what we wanted to fight for along the lines of what the Notre Dame University's campaign was. And they all voted to fight childhood hunger. In Indianapolis, we actually have 5 ACE academies, which is one of the highest numbers in the country. And 95% of those students are on free or reduced lunch. And often those meals while they're at school is the only time they have a dependable meal that they can be certain they're going to get. So now every December, we pack upwards of 1,200 meals, or these Shamrock Sacks for these students, filled with healthy, shelf-stable food that the kids are able to take home over Christmas break, so we know they have something while they're at home from school. Last year, one of the fundraisers we decided to do was called Sacks for Sacks, and thanks to Coach Freeman and all the defensive players, we raised over $7,000 with their school record number of sacks that people pledged money and for each sack, and we just started watching the numbers grow as the season went on. Thanks to that, we're having a second Shamrock Sacks event next Saturday in conjunction with the Young ND Day of Service, where we're going to be packing sacks, and we're also going to create a new nature playground at one of our Archdiocese of Indianapolis schools.
Wow, you guys are just doing incredible work out there. Let's also talk about the club sponsoring a scholarship for Notre Dame students. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so supporting our students is a core part of our mission here in Indianapolis. Our scholarship fund was established back in 1937 with just $400. And now we've grown it considerably. We give 4-year awards to our local students who are admitted to Notre Dame who demonstrate financial need. A lot of people don't know our area goes west to east across the state. So we have students from Terre Haute, we have students from Richmond, we have students from Bloomington. So they're all over central Indiana. Right now, for this academic year, we have 73 students that we are supporting, which is the second largest Notre Dame scholarship program in the country. And the past few years, ND Day has been our single biggest fundraiser. I believe we have won the AA club size class the last 3 years. And looking at the leaderboard, we have a little bit of work to do to catch the great people in Denver, but we're up for the challenge the rest of the day.
All right, well, thank you, Matt, for all the work you're doing, and thank you, of course, for being here today on Notre Dame Day. All right, next we're going to head back out to